Leeds.
We love you, Leeds. Yes, we do. Come on. Away hoodoo. Gone. Hope everyone had a very Merry Christmas. I've had a really good one. Thanks for being here. Thanks for all the support so far this year. It's been amazing. And obviously, this is Imagine Not Being Leeds. I'm Matty, and we are here for the review of an absolutely splendid performance away from home. Absolutely buzzing with that. If you some of your comments right quick. Top Banana, hope you're well. Smash them like. We are now top of the league. We can actually say that now. We are statistically the best team in the league. None of this. We're the best team. We've got the best players. We have. Yes, we have. Are you going to wear that Aronson top? Nope, but it's going on my wall. Ciao, Blackburn. Hope you well, mate. Hope you had a good Christmas. Think some football happened. Can't tell we take it, though. Very honestly. We'll just review the fog. That fog did very well tonight. Very good. Wasn't very patchy. It's, covered most of the grass. Did that fog? It did really well. It'll be knackered tonight because it covered every blade of grass. But yeah, no, absolutely buzzing. Big up, brother. Hey up, Peacock White Seville FC. So I've done a little raffle. I've got 10 entrants that have got involved in the last few days. It's for a Joseph signed photo. I'm going to get it out of the way now. So people who shared my video, shared my post about the giveaway on various social medias, and they obviously messaged me about it. Yes, I'm just going to get that done now. Hopefully this one goes well. One sec, let me share the screen. There we go. We can all see that. Happy days. Going to get this done, then we can talk about the game. So I've got 10 people on here. Chris Gearing, Danny, Claire, Graham, Stephen Horseman, Derek, Mike, Julia, Sarah, and Jay. So I'm just going to get this done now. And it's for this signed photo of Matteo Joseph. I wish it was a Joel Peru one for everyone tonight, but it's a Joseph one. He'll still come good with our man Joseph. So I'm just going to check you can see that over there. Yes, we can all see that. Happy days. So I'm just going to start it now, guys. Get this out of the way, then we can talk about the game. So good luck to the 10 people who entered. We'll see who wins. Jay, congratulations to Jay. I will message you. I think you messaged me on Instagram. I'll message you back. Sound. That's done. Happy days. Thank you for entering, everybody. Buzzing with the amount of people that entered. Let me just switch this back and we talk about the game. Come on, back in the room. Sound. Right, so that will give away. Jay, I'll message you on Instagram. You are getting the signed Matteo Joseph photo. Thank you so much. There might be a giveaway in a week or two as well. I'm going to be getting a Max Fober signed photo, so I might do something similar in a couple of weeks. Always going to try and give back to my subscribers on the channel whenever I can get any bits and pieces, which I don't know someone I'd like to just shout this out. I bought a few bits over the Christmas period from one of my old friends, Casey, O'Reilly Autographs. Go check him out on Instagram. He's going to be sponsoring the channel in January. So yeah, just check him out. He's got really good memorabilia, all authentic shirts. He buys from Ellen Road, he buys from Shop at White Rose, and he goes down, spends a lot of hours hanging around training ground, bothering them. It comes with some great signatures. He's got a couple of raffles on at minute, a Tanaka signed shirt framed. He sells shirts unframed, all sorts. So go check out O'Reilly's Autographs on Instagram. So me, Darren, and Dillo all got some decent memorabilia off him over the Christmas period. So, like I say, he's going to sponsor his channel in January, and I'm going to give him a bit of a shout out, try and push his stuff because he's a really good lad. Is Casey. So yeah, that's it. Done with that. Yeah, the last few chats. Thank you so much, everybody. Nige. Evening, mate. All in our own hands now. Yeah, he's Nige, mate. Honestly, front and centre. Here it comes. Here it comes. CBM buzzing me too. Evening, lads. Righteous one. Sorry, it's a late one tonight. I know I was going on Joe's show, so pushed it back a little bit. Road on. Stats impressive in the fog. Top of the table. Yeah, that was some fog. That one. There were times in that game where I was absolutely devastated. Just couldn't see no. Could you? Some love. Show some love if you're new to my bro. If you're new by subscribing. Yeah, smash a like and subscribe, please, if you're new. Really enjoying this. Doing really well. Already subscribed and hit the like. Thank you. Tickle those likes for my next prize is a fair Harrison's. Can you believe I got that? Can you believe out of everybody? She obviously don't watch the channel, bless her. But no, it's going to be going behind me, bless her. But yeah, right, into game then. So I predicted it. I called 2-0 on Final Pint. I called 2-0 on my preview. Buzzing, it was one of them where I kind of thought 2-0 was a decent scoreline to go off. I thought we'd dominate possession. I thought we'd do everything we did tonight. Problem is, because it's away from home, sometimes I get the blinkers on and just think, I look at the sides, I look where they are in league, and I sort of view it like a home game, and I know what you're going to get at home. That was as close to a home game as in terms of performance of what I've seen this season. We go away from home, and I've touched on it a lot on this channel. I think it might be psychological. It's got to be. I don't know what else it could be. And I was quite worried about the whole going down Christmas Day night and, being away from the families. And I were overthinking it a little bit. And I tell you what, absolutely nailed it. All the preparation were perfect for this game. The weather conditions were awful. There's that meme and there's always that joke about a wet, cold, windy, horrible weather day in Stoke. It was everything there. It was just a Thursday instead, wasn't it? But last place so well. So Pino took his goals. Yeah, we'll get into that, my mate. I'm surprised Farke didn't sub in the focus 70th minute. Man at match, Bogle. Yeah, but I have to agree. Your sister was talking to Joe. Honestly, Rich, you'd think so, wouldn't you? You've been proved wrong by Aronson. Ooh, maybe we'll have to see. So we'll start with lineup. Massive shock. I'm sure you were all saying. Like Tanaka out. I wasn't surprised Ampadu was in. And I definitely weren't surprised Stroud came back. I thought if Stroud were anywhere near fully fit, we were going to come back today. I did sort of think with him being on bench. In last game, it was just against Oxford. I know he does have people on bench sometimes with a view of not bringing him on, but I did think he can't be far off. So obviously he started on bench, and then I knew he'd come back if he was something like. And it just posed the question with Ampadu, didn't it? And obviously you guys know on this channel. I just want to put it out there. I've never disliked Aronson, even when he came back. I didn't hate him. He's just not my ideal profile in a 10. I prefer a flair player, which I'm sure you'd all agree, a Pablo, or we always talk about Buendia who's linked to stuff like that. That'd be a dream signing. That sort of player, just good on the eye. That's what I prefer. And in terms of numbers, in terms of what he's giving us, he's reaching. His ceiling for me maybe isn't Premier League quality. I'm not too sure. His valuation was never his fault, but for this division, for what he's doing right now, he's hitting his ceiling. He's doing really well. His numbers, you can't argue with them. He scored a lot more than Jorginho. He's now assisting that today. I don't even know if it goes down as an assist, which is a bit annoying because I don't think so, because the first attempt at the goal by Pirot was sort of touched by the goalkeeper. But yeah, it's that was a wonderful pass that by Millie, it really well. But yeah, seeing Ampadu coming today for Tanaka was a massive shock. I don't think I'm going to look too much into it. I think it's just resting Tanaka. I do feel like I wouldn't have been surprised to see Rothwell come out for Ampadu, because I now think Ampadu's going to be a mainstay in the side again now. We've always had that chat, how do we fit him in? And some people say he doesn't deserve to come in, which I agree to it. How do you get him in there? If it's a case between taking Tanaka or Rothwell, I'd have to say Ampadu sits on bench. But we've seen today that's not what Farke's going to do. So it's going to be interesting to see how that dynamic works, because for me, if you take Rothwell out, it's very much like last year with a Gruev and Ampadu, is an Ampadu and a Tanaka. Yeah, Tanaka can go more forward than Gruev, obviously. But taking Rothwell out, you're losing that more advanced one. Can Tanaka play higher up? Potentially, yeah. Maybe he can. Can he deliver a good set piece? Maybe he can, I don't know. But I know with Rothwell what he can do now, because we've seen it. So you could look at it in a way, is it Tanaka or Ampadu with Rothwell? Rothwell being a lone player, I'd have to disagree. I think he may eventually lose his spot, or we take Aronson out, but on that performance, can you even do that? Honestly, I'm so happy with decisions he's got to make. He gets paid good money to manage best football team. It will for me. So yeah, it's up to him to sort it out, isn't it? This last year, Leeds lost 2 back-to-back away games, Preston and West Brom. Yeah, mate, honestly. And now we're going to win 2, because for me, we'll go beat Derby. We'll go beat Derby, and then that whole hoodoo playing away from home is just gone, isn't it? In a couple of games, in a couple of days. Aronson did all right today, still bloody free. Yeah, mate, Chris, he is very frustrating. He's a very frustrating player. He played well against Middlesbrough at home and won 3-1, but he still drove me mad. He runs with ball. He'll do something really good, Ken Aronson, and he'll run into trouble, and then he'll lose ball, and he could have give it left or right, or made a progressive pass, or even turned and gone backwards, but he's lost it because he tries too much sometimes. Today, in a game where I really wanted someone who could unlock a defence, because I thought it was going to be tight, I thought they were going to be dogged, I didn't think Aronson would be up for fight. I thought he played really well. And that ball he played through were perfect weight for Peru, and I've seen some people slating say it's a basic pass. For me, he gets the ball one touch out of his feet and plays him through. Basic pass, I'm not too sure. I thought it was a really good pass by Brendan. I thought he did really well today. Hey up easy, hope you're well, mate. Merry Christmas to you, pal. Hi, Matty. I'm happy for Meslier. That's 13 clean sheets. I hope Farker rotates for the next game because, as I keep saying, we have the best squad. It doesn't matter who we play, we are still the best team. Yeah, I agree. Meslier, don't make that save, mate. We don't win that game 2-0. Simple as, like, obviously you can say no, it'd be 2-1, but it probably wouldn't have been 2-1 to us. If that goes in, it's a totally different game. They drop deeper, they make it harder for us. We don't rely on we can see that first goal, and yeah, it was straight down his throat. Don't get me wrong, it was straight down middle. But you know, he didn't half catch it. He caught it. Did I think it was Kumas coming off that left? Bogle sort of lost his man. He just got in front of Bogle and should have scored. Should have been a goal. There should have been 1-0 up within a couple of minutes. Then they had another sort of half chance, and within 5 minutes, I was sort of thinking, shit, like they've come out of blocks firing here, and we needed to be ones that did that. But that there's as good as a goal. That's safe for Mellier's. You know, I'm a big I can be a bit critical of Mellier and say he don't win as many points. You've got to say he won some points there tonight, you know, because without that, we don't win that game for me. It's a totally different game. If we go 1-0 down within 2 minutes, the head drops, the crowd get up for it. So that was massive. So flowers to Mellier on that. I'm absolutely made up for him. His end product has to improve. Yeah, well, that's it, Righteous one. Yeah, 100%. We'll see that next season, won't we? I think he'll be more of a bench option next season. But yeah, his end product has to improve again. But I'll tell you what, his output, six goals now, 3-4 assists. It's not bad numbers at all. It's really not. He's doing really well. He really is. CB, what does this mean for Nonto though? If he isn't in the team for Derby, will he be thinking about moving? I don't think he will. I think it's healthy competition at the minute. And I'd be surprised if he wasn't in the game for Derby. I know Dan James is the first name on team sheet for me, and Solomon's not far behind, but I wouldn't be surprised to see wingers change in this game. There is certain games where you can rotate. I mean, who would have thought he'd have rotated Tanaka and Ampadu were there? Nobody. So would you be massively shocked if James came out for the rest? I wouldn't. Solomon came out for the rest? I wouldn't. Ramazani surely pushing a start now, but how can he when Solomon's in good form? How can Nonto get in when Dan James is playing? I mean, Dan James is form player in league for me. Form player in league without doubt. But there's still rotation options when you've got 3 games in 6 days. So for me, I don't see James starting the next 2. And out the next 2, I think Derby's the easiest game, even though it's away from home. So why not mix it up a bit? You've got to trust that bench. You've got to trust that squad. You know, you want people to be happy. Rotation is the key. He's got to get that right for me. And he got it right today after, you know, he gets that wrong. We lose that game. Everyone's giving him a stick for that decision. But I thought Ampadu played well. No, we're not playing good. Need a few. Yeah, he's not playing well, mate. He's not. But he's not going to play well if he can get minutes either. So I think Derby's a good opportunity to see if he can get a bit of that form back. Ampadu was good tonight. Allowed us to control the game so much better, which is very important on the road. Yeah, Richard, he did. You didn't lose much with Tanaka not being there with Ampadu. We know. A lot of people tend to forget how good Ampadu is. You know, there was periods last season where he was a standout man for us. You know, you looked at him and gone, he's one of the lads who can play in Premier. He played in 2 positions without a drop off in quality, centre back or midfield. I always say I prefer him at centre half. But what he's normally guilty of is slowing tempo down a bit too much. I really don't think he did that tonight. Genuinely don't think he did that tonight. I thought he was really good. His link-up play was really well. He's got a really good understanding with Rodon. He likes to drop in and get the ball off him. But what I liked is, you know, he's getting the ball and he's trusting Rothwell to progress as well, you know. And away at Stoke, away at Derby, some of these away games, sometimes you need that bit of bite. Tanaka's got it, yeah, he has. Rothwell has. Darren and Dillo call him the Rottweiler. But Ampadu's got it to a different level, I think. You know, he's got that bit of shithousery on him. You can see tonight. He likes to get in their ear. He likes to get it, you know, laugh in the face. He likes to give it a little bit, does Ampadu. So I think away from home is definitely, you know, could be a key to our away form turning. And you've seen tonight, you know, he started tonight away, first game in however long, and you know we've come up trumps and got a vital win tonight. So yeah, brilliant. If Ampadu is a mainstay in the team, is at the end of the first appearances for Raffle? Yeah, well, it might be, Michael. It's something that you just can't call it because, like I say, no matter what we all think, I didn't expect Tanaka to come out tonight. But I tell you what, it's credit to Ampadu's fitness level, personal fitness level, his healing power, like unbelievable. I don't think we were expecting him to be starting games till this time in January. Really, another 3 or 4 weeks away. He's now started back to back. He's played in defence. He's played in midfield. You know, you tend to forget because of how good Raffle and Tanaka done. We needed Ampadu back. We couldn't rely on Raffle and Tanaka for the rest of the season. You know what I mean? They're gonna be knocks. He's gonna be tired legs. So what an option. You know, we all say it's a bit of an headache. What an headache to have. I'm sure every other manager in the league would love to have any of our midfielders. But yeah, it might do. Like I said, it could also be an option that Aronson comes out at some point and the three of them play up there. You know, Raffle and Tanaka pushing more forward, Ampadu dropping in and sitting in that DM role. But honestly, just so many options. This is what I mean. Farker, you know, easy touches on it a lot on my channel. He doesn't think he's up to it. He doesn't think he's good enough. I think he thinks he's good enough to go up. He don't think he's good enough at Prem, but he don't really like Farker, and everyone's entitled to their opinion. I get that, but I tell you what, he's right in terms of he's got all the tools to go up. If he don't go up, if he don't get top two, it's not good enough because he's got all the tools, you know, to win this league comfortably. For me now, we'll beat Derby 3. That's what I'm saying. I think we're winning 3-0 as well, mate. Go in to head off, bro. I'll text you tomorrow. Hanging out my hoop. Can't drink all day anymore. Yeah, no worries. Take care, Jamo, mate. I'll catch you later. Have a good night. Thanks for coming on, Paul. I said we beat Stoke, draw with Derby, and really struggle against. Yeah, I don't see us drawing to Derby, mate. I thought if we were dropping points anywhere, it'd have been tonight. I could have seen a draw tonight, and if that goal goes in, it probably would have been, you know, that first shot. I don't see us dropping points to Derby, mate. I really don't. I'll be gobsmacked if we do. Top of the halfway point, if we can replicate that for second half, we should be there or thereabouts. Yeah, Chris, 100%. There's no way. I like making bold claims, mate. I just don't think we drop out of top two now. I really do. I think if we had a couple of tough games coming up, obviously it's so tight, could easily drop out. But I just think we beat Derby, and I think we beat Blackburn, and I think we beat Hull. So I think those 9 points gives us a bit, not a massive gap, but definitely a gap from third and fourth. I don't see everyone around us getting 9 out of next 9 available. But yeah, I see 9 points in the next 3 games. So if that works out as I think, we'll be flying, mate. That away form, you know, were the only thing bothering us. And to get Stoke and Derby back to back, I could eat my words here in a few days, but I expect us to beat Derby. All of a sudden, that's eradicating it in 4 days. Done. Ming 59, the team is evolving and we are top of the league. What more do you want? Exactly, mate. Exactly. Yeah, it's definitely evolving, mate. You can see confidence growing. You know what I mean? We've had a lot of players, or a few players this season who were building. You could see Solomon. It took a while. He got a bit. He got somewhere near, then he got a knock. He's building. Now Solomon looks unreal. Dan James is flying. Bogle now is flying. Byram flying. Like all of a sudden, you know, then you get Ampadu back. It's like a few people have taken a few weeks to build up, or you know, a few months to get going. Now all of a sudden you've got 3, 4, 5 players playing it at the pomp, playing at the, maybe not even at the maximum, but looking deadly. Like Dan James, how much better can he actually get? Like how good is he? Like we say, we're playing at second and third gear sometimes. Like Dan James just looks unreal. Solomon looks unreal. Like they're keeping Ramazani and Nono on bench in the Championship. Yeah, he's at Leeds United, going for top 2, going for Championship, but. Like Nonto and Ramazani on the bench, and on the bench they should stay currently. Like mental, great team performance. Well happy with that, mate. Yeah, I can't agree anymore, Richard. Just such a good performance. Like we're at home tonight. It was like we were playing at home. I don't think Farker should keep saying Ampadu is the most important player. No player by the goal. Yeah, I agree with that. I don't think he should keep saying that. I don't think Ampadu needs smoke blowing up his ass. To be honest, I think he knows he's a good player. I think he knows he's an important player. He's captain. Yeah, I mean, it's not obviously annoying anybody. They're playing well. I don't think it's affecting the cohesion within the group, but it could do. You know, going forward, you know, certain players or certain managers, you can lose a dressing room singling people out. I don't really like that because he doesn't tend to give many people much credit, really, does he? He's not one of them. He don't really shine light. He plays people's roles down quite a bit, but then odd times he bigs people up. With Gillavogi for his off the field antics and bigged him up for what he's been doing for younger lads and that. And then, but I think that with Ampadu, yeah, maybe he should stop saying that. But it's all working. I'm short side probably agree with him, to be honest. But whether I do or not's irrelevant. Can't believe how poor Sheffield United were at home to Burnley. Burnley weren't that much better, but the chances they had, they seemed to put them away. Yeah, on the eye, mate, they're both poor. To the eye test, both poor. The stats say otherwise, and they'll be there or thereabouts. But to the eye test, very poor. Stephen Horseman saying whether has fair cups in 60s versus. Oh, what it, mate? Is that on YouTube? I'll have to check that out. Yeah. Did we win that one? We will have done, won't we? Joe Blackburn, low-key, that kind of shot is incredibly tough to make, but he managed, fair play to him. Yeah, no, I know, mate. I know. I tell you what, mate. Pirro with 2 goals is just what the doctor ordered. Just what the doctor ordered. Because for me, we've been, between tossing and turning between 2 all season, like who starts. I think it would just get to a point now, for me personally, whether everyone agrees, where it was time to maybe give Joseph a go. I even thought Joseph would start this game. And then what he needs to do now is just give Pirro that shirt. Now, don't chop and change it anymore. Just let Pirro remain up top. I'm always big on rotation, I am. But I would like to see Pirro start Derby, start Blackburn. Really good goals tonight. Really good goals. Would Joseph put them away? It's hard to say, but it's just a finisher, isn't it? Pirro is just a finisher. Second one were easy, it was. First one, hell of a finish, that. Hell of a finish for Stud not to go in and for him to come back and do that with it on his weaker foot, blast it in like that. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Hey, hope Rose, you well. Had a good Christmas, my mate. Big love, Matty. Another 3 points on the board. Let's take this performance into Derby on Sunday evening, 5:45 kickoff. Yeah. Away game, late kickoff, under the lights at Derby. We'll stuff them, mate. We'll stuff them. And I expect more change in that one than we saw tonight. I wonder if he'll even look at playing Schmidt, because you're asking a lot of Byram, aren't you, to play again at left back, but we'll see. Deadly is Byram, I love him. Chris Gilly, Mez did really well today. He definitely helped us win the game. That could have been a nightmare for him with whoever. Yeah, honestly, mate, I agree 100%. Like, you look at that and you think, crossing. Don't get me wrong, they didn't test us too much, but everything he had to do, he did well. He did really well today, so I have to agree with that, Chris. This is one of the games where I'll turn around and say, he won us points, because a different game if that first shot goes in. Everything he had to deal with in air, he dealt with well. He was catching ball, dominating his area. Couldn't do much more today, and that was deadly weather for a goalkeeper. I thought their keeper did well that first 40 minutes. Well, I really rate that Victor Johansson. I wanted us to go get him. Signing for £1 million, I think, from Rotherham last season. And I would have loved us to go get him as competition for Millier this year, because I think he's a decent keeper. It said the stats as well proved it. What game went on, they said he's top at league for big chances saved. And when you think they're 19th at league, it shows you he's having to save a hell of a lot of shots, but he's playing for Stoke, so what can you expect? But I thought both keepers did well tonight, and then obviously put 2 past him, so it didn't matter. Joe Wayman believes Derby away will be tougher test for Leeds United as they have a decent home record. Yeah, everyone's entitled to their opinion. I disagree. I think it's an easier game than this one. I think the fact we've played them recently, mate, I know we talk a lot, don't we, about the away form because it's bothered us, but it is still a patch of grass against the same blokes that they put to the sword 2-3 weeks ago and comfortable doing it. That there just eradicates any worries for me about his away form. Lads aren't going to feel that. I think Derby, you can have your say on it, different tactics and the way people playing. But I just think we'll roll Derby over. I do. I always thought Blackburn would have tough one, and that might be tough, but I sort of feel like we're just hitting us flow now. I really do. My only worry with that away form and what we're worrying about after seeing that tonight, they just need to back it up now, don't they? Just go in, get these routine wins against sides who you should be beating. Level of quality is there. You just need to show up, though, don't you? I mean, we tend to not raise our game at all, sometimes drop below our bar away from home. I don't know if we expect to win because it's so easy at home. We tend to win 3 or 4-0, go away from home, and I don't know if we're ready for a fight. But we're ready for a fight today. That opening few minutes were shaky, but we're ready for a fight. And ultimately, if you can match them physically, if you can be up for the fight, ultimately, as the game goes on, your quality should prevail. But you've got to give yourself the opportunity to play first. You know what I mean? You've got to go out there like a boxer. You've got to go there, take the centre of the ring and dictate, get your jabs going, and then you might win the fight later into rounds. Not that I'm a boxing professional or professor to know about boxing, but you've got to set the basics and you've got to get out there away from home and earn your right to play football. And I feel like we did that after riding those first few shaky moments. We really got the ball, 75% possession again, dictated the play, and then we knew the quality should prevail. And that's what happened. And we know if we score first, we win, don't we? Very rare we drop any points. Never out of second gear. Ian, honestly, when we win games of football, whether it's away or home, when we win games of football, we're never out of second gear. Never. We never need to be. Never need to be. Play at our own pace. We dictate everything about the game. When we're playing well, the other side are just the singing to our hymn sheet. You know what I mean? It's all on our terms, always. Even Scooby. I think they kept the tempo up, but I could only see the near side. Yeah, but there were times when I couldn't see out, and I'm thinking, I'm going to talk about this game. Honestly, it was bad, that fog. It sort of cleared a little bit, towards the end of the first half, and then when second half started, it was even worse. I don't see no. I agree with Joe, though. Frankly, it's not all to do with Derby for the most part. Yeah. No, it is, mate. Can Leeds back it up 2 games in a row away from home? I think they can. Have to see, won't we? That was a real club captain's performance. Now, yeah, well, mate, it really was. It came on there. You know what I mean? Whether you agree that Ampadu should play or not, whether you think he's better than Tanaka or not, I don't personally. I'm sure a lot don't, but if you do, you do. But it's that leadership quality, Yeah, he's a young lad, but he's very vastly experienced for his age. Is Ampadu? He's come, he's shown lads there. He's come through a bad injury in quick time, come back a month early. Massive lift for boys. Even your Raffles and Tanaka, who's play, or Aronson, whose place inside might be threatened. It's just going to raise everyone's game again. Tanaka's got benched tonight. I think his rotation, nothing more than that. But he's going to raise his game again. He's going to have to raise his levels again. Rothwell will be thinking, am I out next game? They're all going to have to keep raising the game because that squad's just getting better and better. The bench problem is the best problem to have. 100%. 100%. I can't agree more, mate. It really is. Best bench I've ever seen in this league, ever. Chelsea lose to late Fulham, Scum get beat by Wolves. We beat Stoke. If Carl's been in Boxing Day, honestly, mate, it's been amazing, hasn't it? It's been amazing. These last few game weeks have been mint. Scum getting beat. Yeah, it's been class. Can't write it, mate. Can't write it. Merry Christmas, everyone. Come on. Grover expected back in late Jan. That's something. If he comes back in late Jan, he's knocked a month off his duration of injury. Annie there, if he comes back in January, another headache. I don't know what he'd. I don't know. I love Gruev, but maybe he'll just be cleaning boots. I don't know how he gets back inside, but yeah, just keep filling that bench out because ultimately we'll get more knocks and injuries and suspensions as the season goes on. So get everyone back fighting fit, pushing each other in training, and it's just unreal. Yeah, the leadership matters a lot. I wonder if Tanaka's English is good in terms of communicating with players and the ref. Yeah, to be fair, I've never heard him speak, mate. To be honest, I'm not too sure. But yeah, Ampadu's just, like I say, leadership qualities. He's a great footballer as well. I'll take it away from him. It really is. Like I say, we tend to forget how good he is with how long he's been out and how good the other lads have done. But we're all devastated when he got injured. When he got injured, we were absolutely gutted. But yeah, it's great to have him back, mate. Like you say, leadership qualities, G lads up, speaking to referee. He's a bit of a shit house as well, which I really love. Derby okay at home. Yeah, they are okay at home, mate. But like I say, it's not really about Derby, is it? Like someone said earlier, it's about Leeds. If Leeds play anywhere near their potential, it doesn't matter what Derby bring. It doesn't matter if Derby play 10 out of 10. If Leeds play 8 out of 10, probably beat them. Like, it's all about us. There's nobody in this league who can match us if we play to our potential because no one else has got the potential to play to the quality we've got because they just haven't got the side we've got. They haven't got the depth. They haven't got the quality. Our 11's scandalous. Now our bench is an absolute cheat code. It's just whether we turn up or not. And I can't see how we got a Derby now and don't play well after that game. I just can't see it. Surely momentum now is going to swing now and it's going to be in his favour now. And these patchy runs we keep going on are going to stop and we're going to start getting these 3 wins in a row, 4 wins in a row. That third game in a week's away from home sort of stopped us doing at many points this season. If Leeds United go for another number 10 in January, I wonder where does he fit in an already congested midfield? Well, you'd have to say, Michael, we haven't got a 10 rotation currently. So it'd probably just be a bench option. And like you say, every position now, I'd say you've got 2 players. I think players can play in 10. I've said this before. Wingers, maybe Ampadu comes in now and you push Raffle or Tanaka further forward with Aronson on bench. But the way it looks, Aronson's the only 10 we've got in Farker's eyes. Natural 10, really. So for me, we bring a 10 in. 100% we bring a 10 in and he just ends up on bench. And, I don't know if you lose a De Bayo or you lose... I don't really know that bench. You lose maybe Bamford. I don't know. But for me, you get a 10 in and he's Aronson's, rotation partner and they probably share minutes. At least if you're wrong, we can banter you about it later on. Yeah, and I love that, mate. I love banter. So, yeah, man. Goal difference is worth an extra point to us. Yeah, mate, his goal difference is scandalously good. Scandalous. Michael's got it here. Leeds goal difference plus 28, Burnley plus 21, Sheffield United plus 9. I don't see how that changes much because Burnley and Sheffield United don't score loads of goals. I don't see how they really pull that back. we'd have to fall off a cliff, wouldn't we, and lose a lot of games to bring ours down to sort of meet theirs. But I don't see them getting anywhere near us now. We've got a 7 gap on them and a 9 gap on Sheffield United. I don't see how they close that gap. Yeah, it's massive, that, mate. Massive. Has anyone mentioned Paddy yet? Nope, just you, Scooby. Just you. Mike, right, just one up, Michael. Good point. Based on how well the squad's playing, I'd say we're unlikely to get a 10 unless we get rid of Bamford. Then I think we bring another forward in. Yeah, I think we get a forward in if Bamford goes 100%. I wouldn't be surprised if Bamford didn't go, but I'd like him to move on, personally, in my opinion. But I do think we go for a 10, mate. Although you could argue we don't need a 10. Problem is, if Aronson gets injured, he hasn't shown much confidence in anybody else playing in 10, although I'm sure in chat, you know, some will agree that we have got players who could play there. I don't think Farker really believes we have. Yeah, you know, Aronson tends to start every game now, doesn't he? I think he's started every game by 1. So I do think he will want to bring a 10 in based on that. DJ's best player in league. Yeah, Chris, can't agree anymore, mate. 100%. Right now, he's on fire, is Dan James. Rightly so, he's getting linked when he moves away. I've seen there, Tottenham are linked with him. And we're going to get this, and I want this players to be linked because it means they're doing well. But let's be fair, why would anybody leave our side now? You know, unless you're going to go to a top 4 in Prem, which no one in top 4 is going to look at any of our players currently. So you've got your Tottenhams sniffing around your Strauchs because they're struggling, sniffing around your Dan James because they're struggling. Why would anybody leave this side now when you're going to have promotion on your record? You know, you're going to win. You could potentially win a title. Let's be fair, those players will think they can win this league this season. The confidence will be sky high. Not just after this, just in general, they'll believe it. They'll be training, thinking, you know, certain players who watch that Bielsa side, they'll know the quality in that side now is next level to all we've had at Leeds United in many years. Like that's quality of that side. We'll all look at each other in training and know we've got a good chance of going up here. We should be winning this league, and they'll all believe they can. The professional footballers, they'll all think, you know, the ability is there to do that. So I don't see why anyone would leave a project like Leeds United in January. I understand it before season because you're not guaranteed. But when you get to January, you know where you're at. If we're top of league in January, which I assume we're going to be, I don't see why you'd leave. Like, why would you? Amps was back at 9 million. Yeah, well, mate. Well, even 9. I thought it was 7, but yeah, even at 9. Top Banana shooting off. Have to watch it later. I'll leave that with him. Yeah, cheers, Top Banana. Have a good night, mate. Take care. Thank you. There you go. Look, CB. Yeah, it cost us 7 million, bigger bargain. Joseph Opero. It's got to be Pero on it. Got to be Pero. Michael, honestly, I'm a big Joseph fan. I've got a signed Joseph shirt, but I'm going to be putting up behind me soon as well. Yeah, it's got to be Pero. I can't even go into any negatives on that. It's got to be. I wanted Joseph to start tonight. I really thought Joseph would start. I've been saying for weeks now I'd like Aronson to have a breather. If Aronson comes out, you can't really start Piro. You've got to use Joseph for pressing. What do I know? Aronson is brilliant. Piro gets 2 goals. Things with Piro, I think he's better off a bench, yeah. But today he started, he got his 2 goals, brilliant. He's always in with a chance of scoring. Always. He can drift in and out of games. He doesn't look good on the eye. The eye test for Piro, he does have good games, obviously. Everyone has moments. But the eye test on Piro compared to Joseph, I think night and day. I think Joseph always looks busier. Always looks like he's working his socks off. But the stats don't lie, you know. If he's on the pitch, Piro, he's always got a chance of scoring. 2 goals today. But I'm all about rotation. We're playing Derby. I wouldn't mind Joseph starting against Derby. I wouldn't mind Nonto starting and Ramazani starting. I wouldn't mind Tanaka coming back in, you know, and Ampadu going back out. Schmidt coming, you've got to rotate when you've got so many games, you know, so the quality is there in abundance on the bench. But yeah, as the number 9 shirt right now, it's got to be Piro's. 9 goals. Yeah, it's not the best in the league by any stretch, but he hasn't played every game, Piro, you know, he's played probably 60% of games. Oh, pardon me. Or started 60% of games. He hasn't played every minute of game. It's not like he's played 22 games in a row, is it? You know, he has, but 20 minutes in some of them. Not long minutes in all of them, so he's doing, his numbers are really good. Piro getting 2 goals. Dillo be kissing his post. Yeah, we'll make Dillo, we're buzzing with that. Cheers for all that centre back. My mistake. Ming 59. Wish we could have someone that could head straight in there. Yeah, Strauch had one, didn't he? It was 50p head, and yeah, didn't go anywhere near. And then Piro, it headed a free header wide, didn't he? Yeah, we're not great with his head in opposition box, are we? But yeah, we'll get there. I mean, delivery again will good tonight. I think he hit first man a couple of times, but there were some good balls going in box. When Ramazani come on, because I always talk about Raffle can't really be dropped before his set pieces. But to be fair, Ramazani delivered a good couple of corners when he came on. Scooby Short, I love to smoke. Super skunk, be a filthy pervert, eat waffles and score 2 goals. Shrug shoulders is no problem. Yeah, man. I saw someone say that he played well today because it were really smoky. What pitch? Yeah. Easy. I want Bamford out on loan so we can bring an iron on loan. Yeah, me too, mate. Me too. I think we might rest Byram as Farker did say it will be difficult to play him in 3 consecutive matches due to a past injury record. Out Schmidt gets yeah, I love that. Byram's one of my favourite players. I say all the time. If he a couple of years younger, never had these scars he's got physically, he'd be a starter for me every day of the week in either position. I love Byram. Never gives you less than a 7 out of 10. But yeah, are you asking too much of him to play two games in 3-4 days, 3 games in 6 or 7 days? I'd say yes. If Schmidt is a left back, which I thought he was, he started coming on in that position now after being coming on everywhere else. But surely he's got enough sub appearances now to warrant a start. If it's the only option you've got, I think you do it. But if it's the only option he has got, I don't think Farker does it. But we'll have to see it. Yeah, I mean, exactly, mate. You've got to earn your right to play. Something I'm massive on is that away from home, at home, you're going to have the opportunity to play because the away side are always going to sit back. Leeds United don't need to play like that. We don't sit back. We do have a lot of the ball, but you need to earn your right to play those 50-50s, those second balls. You've got to let them know you're in for the fight because that's all. Some of these sides, that's all they've got. We'll try and bully Leeds United. We'll get into them. And sometimes we're too soft, I'll be honest. Sometimes we are a little bit too soft, a little bit too nice. Today, I feel like we had a bit more bite in this game. Is that because Ampadu's back? You'll make your mind up on that one. If we go beat Derby, I expect the last 2 a number on Blackburn. We owe them one after they've had our number in recent games. Yeah. And their manager as well, mate. It's John Eustace in it. It's when Farker needs to get one over in him. But we see sometimes people just have other people's numbers, and we saw it with Russell Martin last year. Beat us 3 times, didn't he? Eustace has beaten 3 times now. All 1-0, 1-0 at Birmingham, 1-0 at home at Blackburn last season with Schmolix, and 1-0 away from Blackburn this season. He's had his number on 3 occasions, all 1-0. Don't see it being 1-0 at Ellen Road. I don't, but you never know. We'll have to come up with something there and turn that tide. Hope you did your fair share of washing up yesterday, mate. I did it all, to be fair. I did it all. Yeah, I did. I don't mind getting my hands dirty, mate. If it means I can sit there and enjoy a meal that will cook for me. Yeah, I did, mate. I did more than my share with washing up. The girls didn't have to lift a finger after cooking for us. It was nice as well. I hope you had a good one too. Bogle ran the midfield. Mate, Bogle, honestly, I was here right back. A couple of times, just ran onto the ball. Bogle, how quick was it today? Like, wow. Bogle's best game in the league shirt. Best game in the league shirt. Wasn't Fogg. Someone had been on the chalice. Yeah. We'd become predictable. Farker's mixed it up. Definitely mixed it up today. There's no way Stoke or Tanaka not playing today. No way. Barham was solid. Same with Bogie. Yeah, Callum. I honestly think we see another 10. I'm convinced I see Emi Buendia. I would absolutely love Buendia. But is he fit enough? I don't know. I'd take the risk. Oh, CB. I remember when our bench was pathetic. We had 21s and Tyler Roberts. Now other teams must look at our bench and should. Yeah, you look at the bench today. 5 or 6 of them start for. You could even. Am I being daft? Am I being a bit biased by saying that bench? You look at it and you go, Tanaka, Joseph, Schmidt, Nonto, Ramazani, all start for Burnley, all start for Sheffield United, all start for Sunderland. Am I off my rocker saying that? 4, 5 of that bench start for our closest rivals, and they're on our bench. Maybe that's a little bit biased. I don't think it is, personally. I think we've got a lot of maybe low-end Prem, but Prem players in there. They haven't proved it yet because we're not there, but I think there's some real quality there. It's easy to say after a win like this, but unreal depth. Both Tanaka and Amundsen did a lot of travelling on it. Yeah, the other dude, don't they, mate? That's the thing, something you've got to juggle in, Been a while now since the last international break, but it all plays a factor. Those legs, they've only got so much running they can do before they need a rest, and these lads do need a rest, don't they? last season he didn't give many players rest because he didn't trust who were behind him. No need not to do that this season. Right, I've got 25 people watching live, which is a good number for me sat here on my own. So please smash a like and please subscribe if you're new here. Please, that would be very, very nice of you. Absolutely love doing these lives. Love getting your feedback from you guys. Always try and get all your messages on screen as well. So yeah, please give me a like and a sub, please. Jed Spence sent off too. Yeah, he had me. Yeah, we're doing number 10. I've been saying for a while. Yeah, I think we do. And you know what I'm like with Aronson? I just want rotation for him based on that performance today. I didn't want Aronson to start today. I thought he justified his start. I thought he played bloody brilliant, to be honest. That's what I want him to do. I want him to get that ball, one touch, and get it through to strike. I don't want him to dilly-dally and lose ball. That was perfect today. The gap was there. Just thread the ball. Just thread it through. Piddle puts it away. Second bite of cherry, but puts it away. Brilliant. I think we dodged a bullet with Spence. Farker had him sussed to say, yeah, he did. I was surprised he got back in Tottenham team, but they have got injuries on there. He tried in the summer and banged on about, yeah, he tried to get that Roman Salai, didn't he? So a 10's 100% what he's looking for in that January window, mate. And I'm sure he'll get it, you know. Sure he'll get it. Teams know that we were bringing in a 10. They want guarantees. They get, yeah, well, that's it. If they're wanting guarantees, they'll start. Then it might be a stumbling block, Danny, because I do think whoever comes in, Aronson might be number one still, you know. It might be. Because he loves Aronson, and he can see. I see Paddy leaving. I think he will. Saving his wages, and we can't rely on Brendan for every game. No, we can't. Confidence now brewing like a nice coffee. Oh, go on, Callum. You're on form here, Callum. Sheffield losing really helped. Yeah, it did. It was nice to see them won it at home as well. Get toppled a bit, but on the other hand, it's Burnley again with another clean sheet. Burnley get two. They were great. They had to drop points, didn't they? They couldn't both get maximum points today. Some people wanted a draw. I didn't. I wanted Burnley to win because I think out of the two, Sheffield United are more of a threat to us in our position than what Burnley are. I wanted them knocking down a peg or two at home as well. So I wanted Burnley to win, I won't lie. So I'm happy with that. Sunderland, a bit of a knock of confidence with them conceding a 90th minute goal at Blackburn. Honestly, I know I really need these off because I've looked a little bit of scores today, but I don't tend to give a fuck, if I'm honest, about what everyone else is doing around us. I'll worry about that with a few games left at season, if it needs to be worried about. We do our business and it doesn't really matter. But the eye test tells you every time I see another team play, whenever I see them play us or I see highlights of them, I don't really watch many other games, mainly just extended highlights of, you know, decent games or interesting games. Like I watched the highlights of that one today, and the eye test just tells you everything. Like I know stats, it's a stats game. You've got to put the ball in the back of net. But Sheffield United and Burnley aren't good footballing sides. They're not. They're effective in their role of how they want to play. The managers are effective, haven't played effective football for their styles, but they ain't good footballing sides. Does it matter if you go up? No, it doesn't. It doesn't. But I'd much rather have what we've got. People said we were boring. Look how many goals we've scored. Says otherwise, doesn't it? Yeah, he is, mate. Where does Pat go? Who will take? Well, there will talks of Wrexham, mate, won the League One. I think Pat's ego's a little bit too big for League One, and that's not a dig at him. You know, I think League One is a bit too far down maybe for Pat, but I think with it being Wrexham, it feels a bit more elevated than League One, if you get me, if that makes sense. I don't feel like Wrexham's a bad move for him. I think they're going to be fighting for promotion. He'll probably get game time there if he stays injury free, but I'm not too sure, mate. I don't think he got a League One. I think League One just for Pat, it'd be too much of a drop down for him. But it all comes down to money. You're probably going to have to loan him out and still pay a massive chunk of his wages, which sounds ridiculous. You may as well just keep him. Problem with that is you're keeping him. He's not going to play many minutes, and those wages could be given to someone who's going to push the other two players. Because for me, you see now what minutes he's getting. You know, he had that period, didn't he, a few weeks back where he came on ahead of Joseph and he had a few minutes. And Danny, who's always on here, said this is the start of him now starting in Jan. He's going to go on a run. It wasn't. It was just to kick up backside to Matteo Joseph because he'd gone off a boil. That's all it was. That's all it was. And I think that's proven it again now. Prefer Mings malt than your coffee, Callum. Michael says you can be sure that Burnley Sheffield United will be recruiting big in January. Leeds United do need to recruit well in January. Yeah, honestly, I know 100% everybody around us is gonna strengthen. If we stand still like we normally do, I'll be honest with you, I think we'll still go up. But you can't gamble with it. You can't. For what it is, a couple of million here or big wages here, or just go do it. Just go do it. And for me, it guarantees you're up then if you just go and match what they do. Michael said Ipswich Town recruited Kiefer Moore Sacramento on loan last season to get them like Leeds recruited Connor Roberts. Connor Roberts was just a direct replacement for Jed Spence. We just replaced like for like, didn't we? In terms of we lost the right back, gained the right back. You know, we didn't strengthen from what we had before. You could even say it went down in quality. We all were buzzing when we signed Jed Spence. Obviously, at Leeds, it was a joke. But he played that position at left, and then it all went tits up, and we got rid of him. But yeah, we didn't do no in January last year. We rarely do. The January in the Prem, we signed Jorginho Rutter. He barely played. We needed a decent striker. We signed him and got told he was a winger, not even a striker. Spent loads of money on him. Yeah, he came good year after, but pointless signing in Prem. We don't get January's right very often at Leeds United. It needs to be managed well. I don't think we need wholesale changes. I think 1 or 2 additions, key additions, quality additions in the right areas. If we're smart with his business in and out, we can make some really astute signings and effective signings. Like I say, Kiefer Moore and Sacramento come in, just what they needed. Kiefer Moore got, I think, 7 or 8 goals second half of the season, just enough to get him up. Sacramento with a great bench off option off a bench, great rotation player. Started some, come off a bench for some, always impacted games. What more do you need? Danny, I think Voba will be off in January. I had to sure now. CB, be interesting to see. Michael, how was your Christmas? It was really good, mate. Thank you. Yeah, really good. My son Jonah, who I mentioned on the night before, who has autism, we wrapped all his presents after not wrapping them for the last few years. He'd been a bit more interested about Christmas this year. He only opened 3 presents. He's still got a box full of presents he hasn't opened yet. But we'll get there. We tried to open some more of them today, but he weren't interested. So his twin Theo's itching to open them. But I've said they're not his. He's got to wait. So yeah, not too interested in his presents. But he'll get there. We'll have to open them at some point because he's got some really good presents. I want to build them and play with him. But yeah, it is what it is. But great day. I hope you had a great one, Michael. As everyone in chat, I hope everyone's got some loved ones around them and had a really good time with family. Because sometimes work, you take an eye off football sometimes, don't you? And you forget what's right in front of you. And we all get too busy, caught up in everything else. Life's 100 miles an hour. I always have 2 weeks off over Christmas. I'm self-employed, so I take it unpaid. I try and juggle it. January is always an hard month for me, but it's the only time, really. I haven't managed to get away on holiday this year either. It's been the only time this year I've managed to pause and actually take a breath and regroup, recharge, and spend a bit more time with family because I do get in late. So it's been really nice. Hey, Grim Reaper. Just coming, Matt. Are you raffling off that Aronson training top that your in-laws bought you? I'm not, mate. Yeah, I'm not. I don't think they'd ever forgive me if they did that. But honestly, my brother-in-law were buzzing to give me that. He was so happy. He was like, "Oh, I can't wait for you to open. I've got something for behind you, your backdropping." When I opened it, I'm like, "Whose signature's that?" And Brendan Aronson. And I was like, "Oh, thanks. Ah, yeah. Oh, wow, Brendan. Oh, thank you so much. You don't watch the channel." But no, it's nice. And like I said, but not against it, but it's just quite funny, innit? We all know, like, I've got a bit of a thing with Brendan Aronson. Like, he'd be the first one I'd rotate if I had the option to bring in different options. But yeah, it's just hilarious. But no, it's going to be getting mounted behind me, mate. I can't. They were dead happy to get me that, and it shows a technique and interesting channel in terms of knowing what I'm passionate about, knowing it'll improve my. I've got a few bits. I've got. Look at this one. This is I won this on a raffle recently. This is what I won from O'Reilly's autographs. Look at this when he went at Ellen Road the other week. He'd waited behind the case. He'd gone to the game. He waited behind. He chased his autographs like mad, and he'd waited behind for a fair few hours. And he managed to get him to sign a photo for him, and he's put it in there and had a bit of a montage. And I won that on a raffle from O'Reilly's autographs. So I'm buzzing with that. So I've got that to go on. I'm going to have to move Bielsa around, fit this training top on. I've also got loads for Christmas. Oh, I also got this marching on together, like neon light. That's got to go up there. I've got Matteo Joseph signed tee. Honestly, Christmas has just been Leeds United mad in this house. So I've got quite a lot to fit in around me, which I'm excited to get doing. Our bench, he'll start for every team in the champion. Yeah, will, mate. Chris Gillett, enjoy these late night chats, mate. Keep it up. Thanks, Chris, mate. That means a lot. I know everyone's in here. You know what it is? I often just think I'm a waffling on to people want to see it. I don't want people to blow smoke up my ass at all. I just sometimes need to look at the numbers. I've got 29 people watching now. That must mean something. It must mean people are enjoying it. So, yeah, thanks for that, mate. It means a lot to hear someone say that. Thank you. I don't like Sky messing around with the fixture list. Why do Leeds have such a late kick-off when the weather conditions become... Yeah, it's true, mate. And then all it does as well, I think we've played latest in this round of fixtures, haven't we? So then we'll be... I know we play Sunday, but yeah, it's not ideal, is it? The mess around was all the time. And obviously now, being close friends with Darren and Dillo from all the Leeds bros, go check them out as well. People flying from Ireland, people fly from everywhere, don't they? Then it just makes things so difficult for them. Sky TV is fucking shit. Sky TV is fucking shit. Andy Road, good job. Piro started because Joseph... Yeah, I don't think Joseph puts them away. I do not think he puts them away. Chris Fox, greetings from the States, Matt. First time watching. Cheers, Chris. Hopefully you subscribe. Hopefully you like what I'm doing. You'll be back again, mate. Much appreciated that. Hope you had a really good Christmas time over in the States, buddy. Big up to you, mate. Danny talks about Michael. Sky don't know what weather going to be like. No, they don't, but they know it's Leeds United playing and they just want to fuck us up. Michael, Burnley boasting that they are the only team have beaten Leeds United at Ellen Road and Sheffield at Bramwell Lane. They says, yeah, to be fair, Michael, they are. Fair play to them. Thing is with Burnley, very difficult to beat. They only need a goal to win a game. Like, to go away to Ellen Road and go away to Bramwell Lane and come away with 2 clean sheets and for 6 points is bloody brilliant. You know what I mean? It really is. Does it mean they're going to go up? No, it don't. But it stands in good stead. But we saw last year, didn't it? We saw last year we beat Leicester twice, we beat Ipswich twice, and we still didn't go up. So it don't mean no. It's good. You can take great confidence knowing you beat 2 of the best 2 sides statistically in the league. So fair play to them, but they don't play good football. And I would imagine as the season goes on, they will get caught out for that. But at the minute, they're sitting okay. It's very congested up there, very tight. I mean, we're on top on goal difference, I believe, which is basically a point in its own with how good our goal difference is. We should test Borough with us. Mate, Latte Laugh, honestly, he'd be mint for us. He'd be a great profile striker for our side. My next door neighbour is a Man City fan. He said Pep and his players stopped 2 nights over and they've cheated. Wow, did they? Really? Maybe that's where they're going wrong. That's a massive fall off, isn't it, pal? At least the game on Sunday is 5:30, yeah. Another late away game would be tough. Sky have messed around with Leeds for years, but it's viewing figures. This is where... Yeah, mate, it is, though, isn't it? Can you blame him? No, because everybody wants to watch Leeds United. Everybody wants to watch Leeds United, so... the away games especially, I had to ask. They're on telly. Happy days for me because I don't get to away games. To be fair, I got offered Stoke tickets about 4 hours before kick-off today, but can't just drop kids in that on our last few hours before and bomb up, bomb that motorway at Stoke. So I had to make a hard pass on them. But yeah, when it comes to home games, I get to them all. Away games, I have about what time they do or if they change time. I just want to watch them play. And in this league, it can be quite difficult. You try and get streams and stuff when they're not on Sky. Not the best. So, yeah, even though Sky TV is fucking shit, as we know, and we sing every week at Ellen Road, the away games, at least we get to watch them. Even if we've got to listen to Don Bloody Goodman. Yeah, that guy. Duncan, even when you couldn't see the ball tonight because of the regular pattern of our play, you still knew what was on. Yeah, to be fair, you did, mate. You did. I say we're really, really bad that tonight. I mean, really bad. It's exactly what I expected weather-wise. Though I've never watched this. I don't think I've ever watched Stoke playing. It'd be nice weather, even in July or August. It's just Stoke, innit? That's exactly what I'd expect Stoke to be like at any time of year. Danny says I had 3 dinners yesterday. It was a good day. That's some amount of food to put away. That pal. I had 1 dinner. About 3 puddings, though, to be fair. The teams that went up last season all occupy the bottom 3. All 3 teams that have the worst goal difference in Premier League, considering how strong Leicester is. Yeah, it's a fair point and something I'll definitely be worried about next season. 100%. I don't like to touch too much of next season, but yeah, it's the jump up's just massive, isn't it, mate? And do we look as good this season as what your Leicester's and Ipswich does? I don't know. Do we? It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. We just need to make sure when we do go up, as expectations are where they need to be, and it's not going to be a top 10 finish like we had under Bielsa that first season. But it is what it is. We'll let's get there first, and then hopefully the board, will have a plan in place that can make us establish yourself in Premier League, and then build on for years to come. Burnley are starting to look like a top 2 contender. They only conceded 9. Honestly, I cannot believe they've only conceded 9 goals. Like 9 goals in 23 games. That is honestly unbelievable. but they're so crap on high, so crap going forward. But yeah, it's such good defensive record. But I would laugh at us, lol. Yeah, he ain't got a bottle for Xmas, mate. That's a good one. Yeah, man, good lad. Andy Hitchcock, yeah, but to be fair, they're both bad. They're both bad. You know, things with Don Goodman as well. The story, Don Goodman is my Uncle Robert's best friend. Don Goodman actually came at my granddad's funeral. My granddad died, 13 years ago this year. Really close to my granddad, obviously. It was hard going through that, but Don Goodman came, and this was probably before I knew who he was. This was before I probably thought he was an arsehole. But yeah, he's my uncle's best friend. They both went for trials at Leeds together. Didn't get it. Both went for trials at Bradford City together. My uncle either didn't get it or didn't want it because it wasn't Leeds United. Don Goodman, I think, went through there, and ever since they both got turned away from Leeds, he hated Leeds after that. So yeah, he's, like I say, I don't like him though, to be honest. I once when he played for Wolves, I think I went to a game at Molineux when I was like 12 or something on behalf of him, and I ended up going in dressing room meeting Steve Bull and people like that. I didn't have a clue what was going on, to be honest. Just took me to a game because he had like hospitality through him or something. But yeah, yeah, Don Goodman's awful, but so is Hinchcliffe. So they all, to be fair. How nice for it under Bielsa when everybody loved us. Like, you know, we went to Prem and you had Gary Neville, who we can't stand as well. He was talking sense about us, and we were everyone's second team, weren't we? It was crazy times that. Remember the image ball? I prefer Southern Comfort. Oh, I can't drink all that at me, mate. I'm a wuss. Oxford did not against us, but they put a winning shift in today. Yeah, they did well today, didn't they, mate? They did really well. What do you think about the Lampard v Rooney today? He battered in, didn't he? The Lampard. Please stick a like on this video and subscribe if you are new, please. When I started this, I was 40 shy of 500. I don't think I'll get there by New Year, but it's been a hell of a ride this last 11 weeks, and I'm doing really well. It's going really well. Love all my regulars. Love any newbies. Always positive. Really am. Feel like I'm creating a really good community here. Absolutely love my channel. Just I absolutely love it. Absolutely love doing this. So thanks everyone for being here. Like I say, like and subscribe, please. It really means a lot. Ian, good night, lads. Good night, Ian, mate. Hinchcliffe is Sheffield Wednesday, so that's understandable. Yeah, of course it is. Of course it is. Oh, I finally got to the bottom of comments. Tell you what, that was some work getting through them. I always try and read out pretty much every comment, and that's what I'm doing. Did that. It was nice tonight. Got on Joe's show for a little bit. He's sort of rejigging his channel a bit and try to think of other ways of having people on, maybe not having as many people on at once. And it was nice to go on today, just me and Paul, get to chat a little bit more when there's less people on there. So big up to Joe if he watches this, which he sometimes drops in to say hi. So yeah, thanks for having me on again tonight. Really good game to go on and have a chinwag with Joe and Paul about. And obviously, yeah, looking ahead now to that Derby game. I'm off to bed. Don't blame me, mate. It's midnight. What you still doing here? Seriously, what are you all doing here? 31 you in here. What are you doing? Cheers, CB. Take care, mate. Have a good night, mate. Bye bye. It's nice to be up. It is, mate. It really is. Like I said, I've been one of them who off the cuff comment of we're best team in the league, and you know you get tripped up quite a lot earlier in the season. You know, Jared and Joe went at it, and a few people have to be fair. We're not best side in the league because we're not top. It's nice. You'll still have. To be fair, I've seen it on my Facebook earlier. I still had someone say, yeah, but Sheffield United have had 2 points took off them. That statistically they've got one more points. You know, just think sod off. Just enjoy it. I'm a bloody Leeds fan. I said it as well. But yeah, Steve Bull seemed like a nice chap. I sometimes watch Ferry's podcast. Yeah, it is, to be fair. Steve Bull, I do like Steve Bull, mate. We're a good player as well. Michael, do you watch other Leeds content creators podcast for ideas for your podcast? To be fair, mate, I watch them all, or I watch a lot of them. I used to watch them all. I watch a lot. Yeah, Don Goodman is from Leeds, mate. Yeah, like I say, I went to school with my uncle, so yeah, he is. But yeah, I watch them all. To be honest, when it comes to ideas, I have a lot. I've got a very creative mind. To be fair, my mind doesn't switch off. I say I'm an undiagnosed 100% got ADHD. I've got my mind's just it's a very strange place. I stare at the ceiling for hours on end, mate, at night. But no, I am quite creative. I have good ideas. Whether I'm good at following them through, sometimes I wait till last minute to sort stuff out when I miss the boat on stuff. But no, I don't really have ideas from other people. But obviously, in this space, there's only so much you can do with your reviews, your previews. Like the final pint, the final word, I sort of get that. They're all similar, but no, I don't know, mate. There's only so much you can sort of do, but I respect them all, and we're really lucky out. We've got so many good creators, all different sort of views as well. Like Joe's massive with his passion and just speaking his truth, which is very similar to me. Joe's really good with breaking down the news in bite-sized chunks and just giving you it really easy and informative. Lockie's really good at the tactical side. And really, really lucky Joe Blackburn's absolutely mint at what he does. Really smart guy. I'm just a bit of a jelly who waffles on, but yeah, it's one of them. While ever I'm still where I am, in the pyramid of Leeds content creators. It means I really enjoy that I can bring up people's comments, more frequently than I give. Everyone's sort of got a voice on this channel. As it gets bigger, who knows if it gets bigger? Who knows how hard it gets? Because my main thing is trying to make sure everyone's got a voice in here, and the community I've got so far has been brilliant. And to get through 11 weeks, I think it's been now with not much negativity, because I don't know how I'm going to react when I get it, because I haven't really had it. We'll have to see. But yeah, I mean, we really look out with content creators, mate. There's so many good ones. And I speak to a few content creators from other sides, and they're really lacking. They ain't got many. We ain't got many at all. My worst trip up was a Millwall game. Yeah, mate. Well, I really lost my head doing my review of the Millwall game. I really lost my head with that one. Sometimes it'll come out. Sometimes I'll boil over. Sometimes I'm quite chilled. But I'll just always speak my mind, and I won't. I can't be out else of myself, can I? Some will always find a way to be negative. Yeah, they will, pal. They will. ADHD, that, bro. I'm the same, especially after a poor game. Leeds drive me crazy at times. Winning games gives me peace. Yeah, no, it does. To be fair, mate, this is what I'm really enjoying about this Christmas period. Like, it doesn't really matter what happens, good or bad. I tend to not have much peace in my head. It's always quite foggy. Always got a lot going on, but Christmas time with family is nice to actually unplug and really try and strip it back. But the amount of times that missus will be telling me something important, and I'm honestly counting backwards from 10 in my head, loads of random thoughts, thinking of something to do with Leeds United, thinking about his podcast, thinking about some of the most random things in the world. Well, she's telling me something really important, and she has to tell me 3 times and half create issues for me what doesn't need to be created. But yeah, I am who I am, and she married me for it. And yeah, I'm a good guy, but yeah, I don't half make hard work and stuff at times. Oh God, great show again, Matty. Good to have interaction and different opinions. It is Duncan Hamilton. Thank you very much for that, mate. Much appreciated. Matty, will you go down the Patreon route and love sponsorships for it? To be fair, Michael, I'll probably never do Patreon. No, I probably won't. It all depends, mate. It depends how much time I put into stuff, how big it grows. I don't know. I don't like the idea of doing Patreon, mate. I don't like the idea of some content creators spend the first 2 or 2.5 minutes reeling off sponsorships and Patreon and this and that. It's not for me. I don't know. Never say never. I don't want to ever become, like a hypocrite. I don't know. I don't think there's not too bad in memberships. You can set that down to 99p, couple of quid, $4.99, like some people do. And I'm a paying member to a couple of shows I like, just to show my support for the effort they put in. Maybe that's probably as far as it goes. When it comes to sponsorships, I'm going to be sponsored by O'Reilly's Autographs, I think in January for the whole month. But I'm not. It's not really a paid sponsorship. It's an old friend of mine. He's going to chuck a couple of bits my way, I think, for odd raffle, potentially a signed shirt as a thank you. It's mainly just helping a pal out, getting his name out there for all the hard work he puts in, getting autographs, etc. So it's not really I ain't getting paid for that. It's more just he's going to give me a little bit of merch, and I'm going to push him to try and get him a bit more of a following with me having this platform. It gives me the opportunity to do that for an old friend. So I don't know how time goes. If I'm honest, mate, I'm not fixated on money or numbers at all. I do this because I want to do it and I enjoy it. And for my mental health, it's massive. It's always something I've wanted to do. So yeah, I don't really see me pushing too much. I have to see how it goes. The last minute lives with guests was a winner last week. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it, mate. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'll do that quite a lot. To be fair, I do like getting people on as well, Andy. Yeah, sometimes I'm a bit random and I'll get a thought. Let's just jump on and do a live. Sometimes I'll plan it and I'll have it sat there all day, so I'm coming on. But either way, you always tend to be here, Andy. Thanks for your comments as well. You're always a massive push of the channel. Much appreciated. Hey up, Sean. Hope you've had a good Christmas, my pal. Hope you and Mrs. have had a really good one. What's this one? Michael, as you're a regular Ellen Road, will you eventually do vlogs covering the matches at Ellen Road? Michael, I don't know if you've seen. I do vlogs. I don't know if they're the vlogs you like or you want, but every home game I've gone to this season, I've done a vlog for. If you go back my videos and look through them, I think that's what you mean. Like, it's not a massive vlog of the game as a whole in its entirety. I don't really touch on the game. It's more my my journey to the game. I show like and warming up and bits like that, half time and full time, the reaction. But coming away from stadium, I do generally show you my match day experience of how because going to Elland Road's more than just a football for me. It's turned my mental health around. It's my happy place. It's where I go. It's my only selfish part of my life. It's something I don't want to ever lose. You know, I love my kids. I love my wife. I love my family and friends. But Leeds United is something I don't want to lose. I go on I meet my mate and I go, but I sit on my own because he's a season ticket holder in Cop and I like sitting in East Upper, but I can never get a seat next to him anyway. So I tend to sit somewhere different every game. It's my little haven, my 3-4 hours. To myself, so I really enjoy that. But I do a vlog for every game, mate. So if you go and have a look, it might not be what you're thinking or what you're after, but that's my game day, and I do one for every game, pal. Lovely auto boys, yeah, me too, mate. Oh no, better class. I like Not Another Leeds podcast as well. Obviously, the obvious ones, you know, your Joe and your Joe and stuff like that as well. Leeds to beat Derby 1-3, mate. Mark, hey up, Mark. Thank you for coming in, mate. I don't think we concede. I'm going 3-0, but I'll take 3-1 now. Bite your hand off for that. Nobody be negative in here whilst I'm here. Won't be telling me. Cheers, Danny, mate. Cheers, my mate. Thank you. Always been here from day one, mate. Love you, buddy. Can relate to that, mate. Yeah, cheers, Chris. Only me can get away with that, Danny. yeah, Sean. You can go for it if you want, Paul. I don't mind. As long as your heart's in the right place, I don't even mind a little bit of back and forth. You know, you making changes to the Derby game, Tanaka back. Right, good question, mate. I would make changes. And I'd make wholesale changes, you know. I really would. I don't want to say it because I don't even want it to be like I'm dropping people because it's not dropping, it's just rotation. So I think the side that played today, I think should play a Blackburn game. Maybe Tanaka in for Ampadu. But this team for me is like the starting team. Maybe Tanaka in for Ampadu, yeah. But that's probably the starting side. But then for the Derby game, I think they can mix it up. I'm sort of in my head, I'm treating it a bit like a cup game. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I just feel so confident. But I do think you can play Ramazani and Nonto in this game. I think you can play Joseph in this game. I think you can play Schmidt in this game. I think you can play Tanaka, drop Raffle in this game. Like, I think there's so many changes you could do in this actual game. I don't think he'll do that because when's he ever going to make 5 changes? But I do believe this is a game you can give some of these players minutes and, like I said, treat it a bit like a cup game if you get me, because I'm just so confident in it. They're the changes I would look at making. I think you can freshen it up, and then straight away you're playing again midweek, New Year's Day, Blackburn, and they're all back again. Your Dan James, your Solomon, you know. That's what I'd look at. Great late night show, Matty, as I am a night owl, so good to interact with a truly good Leeds United content creator. At least you read out comments. Most of us don't always do. Thanks, Mike. I do try, mate. I really do try. It can be hard to get through depending how many I get. It's just about manageable. I've had in between 20 and 30 today, which is massive numbers for me live. I do understand with other people it can be quite hard when they've got 500 to 1,000 people watching. But whenever I can, Michael, I will always try and get everyone's comments read out, mate. I really will try. So thanks for that, mate. It means a lot. Really does. KD Dobbo, what position do you reckon we will get in the January transfer window? Hey up, KD Dobbo, mate. Hope you're doing well, pal. Great win tonight. That won it, mate. I think we get a 10. I think we flirt with a 9. I think we dip us toe into water with a 9 and look at potentially, but it all depends on Bamford for me. We only get a 9 if Bamford goes. But I think we definitely get a 10 in. I just don't know to what quality, whether we're going to get a Buendia or a McAtee, who are A-star signings for me. If we go for that, we've not been able to guarantee minutes because I do think he likes Brendan, but we'll definitely get a 10 in for me. Outside that, if I'm honest, I'm not too sure. I wouldn't be surprised if all we got 1 or 10, but for me, that's good enough. That'd be good enough, but it all depends on injuries in January as well, because a lot of games, a lot of big games, could we get more knocks and injuries potentially, but I think a 10, KD double, I don't think it needs much more, mate, if I'm honest. Sean, nope, I won't allow the Farker out stuff. Yeah, Mum, you and me both. Michael, will you be doing a live Derby watch along, or will you be going to the match? No, I won't be doing either, Michael, to be fair. I don't go to away games, unfortunately. But watch alongs aren't really my thing. There's too many people sort of do them, you know, big content creators like Joe and Connor both do them. So I'm not really going to dip my toe into market. What I will say is, Michael, I don't know if you know the Leeds Bros. You possibly do. they've started doing a watch along, which is really good. Danny will tell you, and Sean will tell you in chat. They normally have around maybe 10 people watching on a watch along. That's similar numbers to me, pushing for 500 subs. So go check them out if you haven't already. But they do watch alongs. So if you want a content creator who will read and interact with your comments as the game's on, they're brilliant for that. Because like you say, your Joes and your Connors and people like that, they may not be able to read out every comment because of how many people are watching. Because they're the best at it out. They get over 1,000 people watching live, which is brilliant for them. But someone like an Only Leeds Bros, if you're wanting that interaction during a game, if you're watching a game on your own and you're like, oh, what do you think of that? Only Leeds Bros will pull up every comment and you'll have that continuous chat throughout a game with them. So if that's what you're looking for, Michael, I'd definitely say, check Only Leeds Bros out for their watch alongs. They've started doing them for pretty much every game, home and away, because obviously they live in Ireland. Whatever game they get over to, it's very limited, maybe 4 or 5 a season. So outside that, they didn't do one today because obviously Boxing Day they had stuff on with family. But in general, go check them out for your watch alongs if you don't want to watch one of the big hitters. Michael, he doesn't do. Yeah, cheers, Danny. I'd be funny to watch. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, no, it's just not my thing. Don't really want to change a winning team. But James Solomon Aronson, I've played a lot of matches. Yeah, I agree. Like I say, I can see him definitely not changing now. I don't think I aren't going to be too concerned if he doesn't change a thing. To be fair, I think the lads are fit enough. I just wouldn't be surprised. It's a game when you look at it a couple of days after we just played today, and he's got to change stuff at some point because the bench is too good to never play. So this is an opportunity to do that. KD Double, I'll be at the Sheffield Wednesday game if you want to meet up before the game. Yeah, I don't mind at all, mate. I will be there. I'm hoping Irish lads will be over as well. So yeah, mate, I'll definitely I can meet up with you outside stadium, mate. I'll meet you at Peacock. I don't mind if anyone ever wants to meet me here, mate. I tend to go Dragon before game and walk down. But if anyone ever wants to have a meet outside and a chinwag, I'm always up for it. So yeah, KD Double, we're in touch now anyway. So 100%, I don't mind doing that at all, buddy. As much love and support in the Leeds community, I'm all about it, mate. So yeah, hope you had a good Christmas too, bud. Then how was your Christmas, bro? He may swap Raffle for Tanaka, and he may change one of the wingers. Joseph needs to work on his finishing if he wants to get back in the team. Yeah, I agree, mate. I do see changing wingers. I do. People will say Dan James has to stay in. I agree with that. But I do think there'll be change. I could see Solomon coming out maybe for Ramazani. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I think Vobergel goes to centre back or left back. Yeah, he did really well when he came at left back, didn't he? I hope he does get back inside. When are we going to hammer aside? It's weird, don't it? I David. I assume you mean in terms of just goals, because we hammer more sides in every other stat, don't we? I think Oxford. It's mad though, because would you not say Oxford were hammering 4-0? Or are you saying it should be 5, 6, and 7s? Because I agree, the Oxford game should have probably been more than 4. Tip 5. I was lucky not to get it right, really. I got this one right, 2-0. That's me to top at league of me and all the Leeds Bros doing his little hot chip challenge. Whoever loses, whoever guesses the least amount of games right this season between me, Darren, and Dillo on the final pint that we do 2 days after every game. So we'll be on tomorrow night on my channel. Whoever is last will have to do a hot chip challenge, 1 chip challenge at the very last final pint of the season, and do it live on a stream and have a bit of a 10-minute afterburn. So that'll be quite interesting and funny, good content. That I'm top at league. I'm on 3 points now. Dillo's on 2. Darren's on 0. So that should be good. But yeah, I think in terms of hammering, mate, I aren't too concerned. I don't think we're ever going to really put 5, 6s, and 7s past the team. I just don't see it. I think we've got the ability to. I just think he's more happy with controlling a game when he gets that 2 or 3 goal advantage. And I don't mind seeing a 5 or 6-1, 5 or 6-2. He's quite happy with a 3-0, innit? Just keep, or 2-0, just keep it shored up and not concede. He sees as much love for defensive side of games as Farker as he does the attacking stuff, which is fair enough. And yeah, but I would say we've had a few sides already this side season, Paul. How Farker can rest Tanaka and Aronson is beyond me. I will die on the hill of Ampadu not being able to lace Tanaka's boots. Yeah, he's not a bad option though, Paul. Is Ampadu. But yeah, Tanaka's a better player than Ampadu for me, but the drop off, it isn't massive in this division. He'll do well. Aronson, yeah, needs. I thought he'd get rested this game, but he played really well. So who am I say anything on that one? Won't go down that route. But yeah, it'd be nice to see a different option in there. Aronson should get a rest. Is he going to get a rest in January when we bring another 10 in? That might be the only time he starts getting rested. It helps me pass the time. we've taken early retirement and followed the club over 60 years. MLT, absolute legend, mate. Legend. I'm jealous at things you've seen, mate. 60 years of supporting this beautiful club. But yeah, no, I appreciate that, buddy. Thank you. Not all the Leeds podcast. Hope you well, mate. Hope you had a good Christmas. What I do to touch that famous moustache. Let me give you a bit of a close up. It's been trimmed down, that as well. It's proper patchy, innit? It's been trimmed. The amount of hate I get for this moustache, just see me on my Christmas do. My gaffer would take it. He couldn't stop. He was touching it all night. Got ridiculed all night. The more you push, the more I'll keep it. I absolutely love it. Matt, are you on TikTok? It's not related to this, just curious. I'm on TikTok as this year. I've got Imagine Not My Leeds on TikTok, Richard. Try to do some funny stuff on there, a bit different. I've got a few a little funny videos on there that are doing quite well. But yeah, I am on TikTok somewhere just to push this channel, have a bit of a laugh, a bit more lighthearted. Yeah, I'm not good on social media. I'm trying, but I do have a TikTok, mate, so check it out, Richard. Danny, I've heard no Whelan commentary on Radio Leeds unless you can get in like he can do. No point in watching. Like, no, to be fair, mate, I love no Whelan. I used to listen to him on radio all the time. I used to have it on TV with Radio Leeds commentary on it. Now he ain't on it. I had to ask, to be fair. I love Noel Whelan on there, and obviously me being like Noel Whelan, as you say, apparently I look like Noel Whelan. Yeah, he will make change of Harrogate. Yeah, he will, mate. I expect to see a lot of change in there, you know. Charlie Crew. I expect to see Chambers, DeBayo potentially. I think he should make wholesale changes for cup games. I think Bamford starts at Harrogate. There'll definitely be changes for that one, buddy. 1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. Looks like Darren eating that. Yeah, it does, mate. He'll be eating that chip 100%. Oxford 4-0 is as near as you get to a FARC team performance. He doesn't hand out thrashings, just handshakes. Yeah, he does, mate. That was the biggest thrashing you'll probably see this year, won't it? 4-0. That moustache took 20 years to grow it. I'm 37. It's probably the best it's looked in 37 years, mate. Do you think we beat Derby on Sunday? Yeah, I do, mate. I think we're beating 3-0. I think we beat him convincingly. I think it's very similar, this performance. Yeah, no sweat. No sweat for me, Derby. Is Jack Aronson returning back to Leeds as he is not featuring in the Everton first team? He is more or less suspension. No, mate. Nah, we ain't going to bring anyone back or sign anybody for me that's going to upset the apple cart. It's too fragile a month is January. Too fragile of a position to be in. We're not front and centre yet, really. We're not clear. It's going to be a slog. Going to be ups and downs. We can't be risking bringing an Aronson in on that left side, where that left side's just stacked as it is. So, no, I don't think we do, pal. Sheffield United and Sunderland starting to get lots of injuries at the moment. Yeah, Sheffield United have got Arblaster out for the season. Still doing well without him, though. Sunderland have had a fair few knocks this season, to be fair. But I tend to think Sunderland will... So I don't think Sunderland are going to challenge top two, but they keep getting results. Now they conceded a late one today. They're usually the team scoring the late goals. But yeah, I don't see anyone really challenging us if they get bad injuries and being able to maintain it, other than Leeds, because they haven't got the squad depth. It's just up to us now to get that away form right and start creating a bit of a gap. Because if we get that right, and doesn't even need to be as good as home form, just being able to string a couple of away wins together alongside a couple of home games, and you've gone 3 or 4 there, you know, on a bit of a winning run, and then you just start to create that gap, and then the odd game or the odd injury you get, we're out of it then, aren't we, for me? Look up a fella called Seamus Lahan. He has done some funny takes on football channels. Just have a look. Seamus Lahan. I'm looking at all that. I'll have a look, mate. Is that on TikTok, pal? Yeah. Let me have a look. One sec. Seamus. Yeah, I'll have a look at that, mate. Saved. Harrison played the full match. Yeah, I heard that, mate. He played full match today, didn't he? But yeah, either way, whether he's playing or not, I don't think he'll come back. Right then, guys, an hour and 18 minutes. Honestly, I come on here and I think it's going to be 20 minutes for half an hour. But yeah, brilliant chat. Absolutely love you all, man. Honestly, mint. Nearly midnight. Unreal. But yeah, great stream there. Chat's popping off. I love trying to get all comments in. I love getting everyone's feedback, getting everyone's opinions. It's my first visit. Hey up, Andy Featherstone, mate. Hope you're well. Hope you had a really good Christmas. Please don't make it your last. Stick a like and subscribe, mate. Much appreciated you being here, buddy. I'm pushing for 500 subscribers. I'm not too hung up on numbers. It's nice to see them going up because it means I'm doing something good. But either way, I just love what I'm doing, and while other people come and watch, I'll keep doing it. Are we expecting new players through the door 2nd of January? No, I'm not, mate. I'm expecting if we sign anyone to back end of January. Smash the like, people. Thanks, Duncan. David Parsons, see you soon. Yeah, you will do, mate. Smash the like. Cheers, Duncan. Wouldn't have TikTok. It's full of idiots begging for money. I wanted to have beef with people. Mind it, mate. It's just me dancing around in a car park at work acting like a tit. Check it out. Matty, excellent stream, mate. More of the same going forward. 100%, Michael. All for it, mate. I think these late ones at night as well. This is a little bit late, but I've noticed doing it after 10 o'clock at night, I tend to get good numbers in here. I don't know if the missus in bed and the kids are down. It's a little bit nicer for people to come on and have that hour about Leeds United. But yeah, I quite like these late streams. Really good audience I get in here. So yeah, so thank you so much. Like I say, please like, please subscribe. The final pint tomorrow, it will be on after the final word. So I aren't going to tell you a time just yet because it sort of dictates that I don't want to try and compete with you. I want people to come from Joe's channel onto this channel to watch. So yeah, it'll be tomorrow night. It's on this channel. I imagine not being Leeds, me, Darren, and Dillo, and hopefully a guest to be confirmed. We will see, but we'll all have a pint and a bit of a natter about the game tonight. A good one. I can't wait to get Darren and Dillo's thoughts on it. I haven't really spoke too much today with everyone being involved with the families and stuff. So come along tomorrow. Keep an eye out for me uploading the thumbnail with the time and stuff tomorrow afternoon. And yeah, thanks so much for being here, guys. Love you all a bit. Thank you so much. Take care. Good night. Speak to you later. See you tomorrow. Click end stream. It usually works. Cheers, mate.